Can you hear me okay? Good. We have some ladies from, sorry, I apologize for being late tonight. We got tied up a little bit in the office. We have a couple ladies from the Sanborn Library who would like to put on a brief presentation. Come on down, ladies. You can come right up here to the microphone.
Good evening. I want to take an opportunity to say thank you for letting us be with you tonight. I'm Linda Deeks. I am the library director at the Sanborn Pekin Library. This is Renee Roez. She is our secretary of our board. So I would like you to take a minute and think about the word library. When you hear that word, what pops into your mind? Books. Is there a picture that popped in? Maybe a memory that popped in? Maybe it's a specific smell. Maybe you remember any of those things. I ask that question because when you think of a library, what may pop into your mind is a stereotype. You see me running around with my hair in a tight bun, going, shh, 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 be quiet, shh, no, whisper. But that really is not what the 21st century library looks like, and it's definitely not what Sanborn Library looks like. If you come to the library, you will see shelves of books, but that is just the tip of the iceberg, and that's kind of what I want to share with you tonight. You might catch the scent of a book, but don't be surprised if you even smell some coffee mixed in there with it too. The 21st century library, when you walk in on a certain day, what you might find are our 3 internet computers loaded with people. They're not playing games. I hardly ever see any of our patrons playing games. You might find them on Facebook, but you're also going to be finding them signing up for unemployment, checking in on that week, doing their taxes, paying bills, catching up with email. It's an important part of their lives. Another important part of that is the printing. I can't believe the number of people who come and say, can I hop on the internet really fast because I need to print something. My printer's not working at home. And one of the newest things we've added is you can come in on your phone. Not every phone. I'm having trouble with the Samsung. But most of the other phones, you can wirelessly print to our color printers. And that's a really neat service that we've been able to offer to people, and they love it. Faxing is another service. We're in a small town, a rural area, and a lot of people say, hey, you're the best place in town to do this or in the area, so thank you for having this service for us. The 35-page document, I was praying the whole time I was going to go through. That one made me a little nervous, but we got it to go through. Copying is another big thing of the 21st century library that we do. But it's the smaller things we can do. It was the frantic patron who called me at 6:30 at night. It was February. It was snowing like mad. He was 80-something years old, and his wallet had been stolen. He was trying to replace his driver's license, and he had to have his birth certificate from notarized. And the only way he could do it was online, and could I help him? And I could. I sat with him, and I helped him figure it out. It was the lady who came recently. She was going to do her taxes, and she couldn't find her 1099-R. And she'd been on the phone all day, and as she said to me, I know less than a kindergartner about the internet, but they told me I have to do this online. We got to the place where she could submit that hit the button so we could say submit, print it out. She came in the library today right before he came to say, I got it, thank you so much. It's that support that we can give to our community, regardless of their age, that helps them. You're also going to see a lot of other things going on in the library. You're going to see people visiting with each other. You're going to see people, just chatting, catching up with each other's lives. You might see families. Families are a huge thing. A lot of people say, well, I haven't been there since my kids were small. And that is a really huge thing of what we do. We do run your traditional story times. We have our last spring one tomorrow, July 2nd. We're going to kick off our summer reading program. We do have those things going on. But also to support that is, to provide the STEM and the STEAM that we're learning so much about and hearing so much in education. We're providing a literacy center in the library with imaginative play, with manipulatives the kids can use and the families can have to support their children's development. You're also going to see tutors there working with their students. You're going to see patrons there with their phones on Wi-Fi. You maybe even catch them in our parking lot hanging out after the library closes, getting that last, our Wi-Fi is always on, so you can come and do that if you can catch it. And they're there using it. I'll admit I've done it at other libraries too when I've been visiting, so I know what they're doing. You might see just people catching up with each other. They haven't seen each other, and they happen to find each other in the library, and they're talking. And I did mention that coffee. I said we're a 21st century library. We have one card catalog left, but it doesn't hold cards anymore. It holds coffee supplies. We just put a Keurig in the library. You can come get coffee. We have flavored, decaf. We have hot chocolate. We have tea. Come enjoy a cup of coffee. Hang out. Use the internet. Do what you need so that you can have your information needs supported. And you know, you're actually going to see someone checking out books and magazines and audiobooks and DVDs, all those things as well. Because all of those things are what we do as a 21st century library. I want to mention one more thing, that idea of digital resources. I think you all know the 2020 census is coming. Are you aware that it's intentionally, well, the plan right now is it's going to be done digitally, and that people are going to have to file their information with a code or some way and use internet access. They're going to have to go somewhere, and it's the belief the library is going to play an integral part of that. I know NYLA, which is the New York State Library Association, and New York 2020 and some various organizations are working to try to put secure connections into libraries. We also have those internet connections already, and we have the framework of being, that source of friendship and support to people in need, to try to help them through this process of 2020 census. And I know that's important to you guys because you need an accurate count so that you can get the funding that you need, that then you can help us also. The digital is also important because while you come to the library and you're going to see all these things I just described, you're also going to come to the library and not see what's happening because we have digital resources available. We have 3 specific programs. They're called Overdrive, Hoopla, and RV Digital. And if you go to our website, you can actually find those. And they allow you to check out ebooks and audiobooks and movies and videos and digital magazines, and all those things happen simply with your library card. If you have a library card, it opens the gateway to all of that. So it's really cool. You know, you're going to find us outside the library too. We tied in with the Niagara Wheatfield West Street School, which is down the street from us, last summer. We were part of their summer reading launch. I was at the Fall More End Festival last fall doing crafts and activities and spreading the word to 75 children, 20 different families of the resources available in the library. And hopefully I've been working a little bit with your youth department, possibly to be in your park this summer, one of your parks, and that will be fun. We want to say thank you. We, the Sanborn Pekin Library family, we want to thank you for your support. And we hope that this time has given you a glimpse of what we do with the funds that you give us. We touch a variety of lives. And the other reason we're here tonight is, of course, we're looking for continued funding. And so we hope that you would consider to do that. We have tried to be good stewards of what you have given us. We know that one of the challenges we all face are increasing costs. One of those is utilities. To try to help with that, a few years ago, we updated all our lighting to LED lighting. We used a grant to do that. We used a certified electrician who was one of our trustees to do that for us. This past summer, we replaced the entire facade of the library. It's now all low E glass, and not only does it provide, extra insulation, it also provides UV protection, which is really important to me because it protects all our furniture and our books, and that's really important. We applied for a New York State Library grant for that. It's working through its process, and hopefully we will be hearing more about that as the summer approaches. We also replaced all of our computers a year and a half ago using a grant, so that those are all things that are updated and that we are continuing to try to provide excellent service but reduce our costs. One of the things that I know you all are aware of is that we have that mandatory wage increase that's coming through from the state. Our staffing is such that we're trying to maximize our staff. We use volunteers whenever possible. Our board is fantastic at that. They provide a lot of support for us. And just so you're aware, we only have 2 out contracts that we have out. That's for our lawn and our plowing. And right now we've actually had a volunteer that's come on and said, I will do all our mowing. So hopefully we'll even let that one go. The funding model that we have is a shared one. We share that with you and 2 other towns and some other resources. And we want to say thank you for the 3-year contract that you gave us 3 years ago. We're hoping that you would be able to provide that again in the coming years. It really helps us with planning and providing the best service to our patrons who are your constituents. Thank you so much for the opportunity to present tonight. And I was wondering if you had any questions. And we also have a handout for you.
Any questions, Jen? I want coffee.
Come right on up. We'll be open till 8 tonight. Opening again tomorrow afternoon. I'll even deliver if you want it.
Thank you so much.
I had a question.
Yes.
So do you have an idea of how many Wheatfield residents, like maybe the percentage of your users are coming from Wheatfield, or any idea there?
I can get that information. The handout you have has our total count of our service area, which does include Wheatfield, Lewiston, and the town of Cambria. I don't have the breakout with me tonight, but I could get those statistics for you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Everybody present? Thank you.
Anything else?
Okay, we'll now go into our public hearing.